G'day guys, have a damaged transducer or just want to upgrade to the latest technology? I'll show you a little trick that I use to save you a lot of time pulling through a new transducer. So a couple of things you'll need. You obviously need a new transducer. You need a piece of rope, twine, Telstra rope, something like that. I don't like stuff that's too fine because you have to think when I'm pulling this through later, you don't want something that's finer than your transducer cable, because then you have the possibility that this will go under somewhere where your transducer cable can't. Lastly, a bit of tape to connect it all together. So to start, disconnect the transducer cable, the old one. So I've already gone through and cut off all the cable ties that were along here and along the back of the boat. Put the little cap back on, doesn't get caught. So you got your rope, the old transducer cable. Lay them along each other like so, with your tape. Tape the rope to the transducer cable. That's not to hold it, that's just to keep your ends tidy. Half hitch over your cable. Half hitch over your cable, and then we'll do one last one that'll go over the plug, and that is really strong. To make sure that stays, let's get a little bit of tape. You just want to make sure that when I tape this, it sort of makes it a bit more centralized off the end of the plug. That part is more important for the removal of the cable, but for now we don't want anywhere that's really going to hit when we pull this through. So make sure obviously your rope is longer than your new transducer cable. Make sure there's no knots or anything in your rope. Just lay it out in a nice straight line along the ground. So I've disconnected the old transducer off the back of the boat. This one was pretty easy because we knocked it off earlier. Now we can simply carefully drag the cable through the boat, and it will pull everything through, including that draw rope that we've already put in, until you get to the rope. So now just take the rope off your old transducer cable so we can attach the new one. If you just walk the coils out, and then once you've got them all out, just twist the cable in your fingers the opposite direction to the coils, and you'll see now nice straight transducer cable. So same as back at the start, just want to lay the rope in parallel to your transducer cable. Just tape off the end. That's not to attach it, that is just to hold it to start with. Half hitch over the cable, last half hitch over the plug. Make sure your cap is on for your new one because we're going to be pulling it this way. Tape this in place. Again, the tape's not for strength, it's just to keep it all in position. So you want the rope to be perfectly in line with your cable and a nice smooth edge, because we're going to try and drag this back through the boat now, the same route the old one came out. So now we have our other end of our rope, because all through where the old cable was run, attached to the new cable. Theoretically, you should be able to just pull it out and manipulate your way through the same run that we went before. And there we have our plug. So just pull enough slack through here and plug it into the sounder. Should be enough. Before you plug your transducer cable into your unit, you notice a little silver tag on the cable. This tells you what type of transducer you're installing, and it's important to remember this before you get to the setup in your sounder. So we're using the active imaging 3-in-1 transducer. Take off the cap and plug it in. Fill up the little locking tab. Good to go. So now, two things we have left to do. One, mount the new transducer on the back of the boat. Well, really three things. Then we'll tidy up our wiring, a few cable ties, make it all nice and neat. And then we'll jump on the sounder and I'll show the final part of the installation. Power your unit up, pages button, settings, sonar, installation. Channel 1 transducer unknown. Choose it all the way to the bottom. You'll see the active imaging 3-in-1. Select that. Hit save. Now you should be good to go. There you go guys, literally done in minutes. New cable installed, new transducer installed. Settings are done, we're ready to hit the water.